China has accused Australia of blatant interference after the Foreign Minister raised concerns about the potential intimidation of a Hong Kong dissident. Live to our Asia correspondent Stash Butler in Taipei, what made the government raise this issue with China?
Well, Kieran, this all goes back to certain anonymous letters received by people in Melbourne late last week relating to the Hong Kong protests that gripped the city in 2019. Specifically, they had identified an Australian dissident, an Australian Hong Kongese dissident by the name of Kevin Yam, saying that he was wanted on suspicion of national security-related offences for his part in organising those protests. It outlined a 1 million Hong Kong dollar, or about 200,000 Australian dollar reward for information about his whereabouts or for him to be brought to police. Now, Penny Wong, despite the fact that those letters were anonymous, says that she has raised the government's concern with China about the provenance of these letters. China, for its part, has hit back, accusing Australia of meddling in what it sees as an internal affair.
China expresses strong dissatisfaction and resolute opposition to Australia's blatant interference in the rule of law in the Hong Kong Special Administrative Region.
Now, opposition leader Peter Dutton, when asked about this potential intimidation of a Hong Kong dissident, says that the Prime Minister has to do more.
I am very worried about this, and I think the Prime Minister should provide a national update in relation to what action, if any, the government's taken. I think it is deeply concerning where a foreign power is trying to influence somebody here in Australia. It's against Australian law, and every effort should be made by the Albanese government to deal with the issue and to deal with it promptly. And I think the Prime Minister owes an explanation to the Australian public.
I think this goes to show that Hong Kong, has been and perhaps will remain to be an issue in relations between China and Australia under, this government and perhaps governments to come too.
Yes, indeed. Hong Kong and China more broadly. Thank you, Stash. Appreciate it.